Bonjour à tous, bienvenue sur Adjustability.com. On est avec Peter Sitewe pour parler de la XS V5. Hello Peter.
Hey, Albert.
So let's speak about this kite. It's really amazing because when you fly it through the spots really a lot.
Yeah. That's what it's made for. It's for
So
flying.
let's explain me the profile because it's a 5 version. So you have 5-strut design, and so what it gives to a kite to have 5-strut and this type of profile.
Well, basically, the XS is a very specific kite for big air.
Okay.
So it has a high aspect ratio. It has a 5-strut canopy support. It's a very powerful, very strong kite with a lot of lift. Okay, so you jump it, you go high and you go far. So both.
Yeah, and so what you input on it, you have a lot of stability and control in high wind and high.
I mean, nowadays these kites, when Arthur, for example, he goes out in 40 knots of wind, he uses a 9-meter kite. So in order to achieve the stability, or the requirements of stability, you need to have like a good profile support. You need to have like you have to choose your profile very well. You don't want to have any deformation in the profile, because when that is, immediately something happens, the kite stalls or something unexpected happens.
Okay.
And the rider needs to have a very reliable kite he's doing with. Otherwise, the rider can lose confidence. So the kite is a tool and needs to behave well in these conditions. And these are extreme conditions. Yeah. So we have to have like good canopy support. We have to have a good leading edge and bridle support to guarantee the rider the best possible control.
Okay, and so you move a bit the bridle to adjust a bit this year?
Yes, we slightly moved the bridle towards the wingtip, and also we slightly changed the angle of the wingtip to operate in a better balance in the super strong conditions, and also to achieve slightly more turning speed. Because we have this contra loop, double loops, this type of maneuvers, and in these maneuvers the rider needs to feel confident that the kite performs these type of maneuvers.
Okay, and so after you have to do the panel of canopy to adjust pretty much to have a good stability and a good control?
Yes, I mean we are using the Teijin X4 canopy material, which is a very strong and material which has very little elongation, very little stretch. It's actually the canopy material with the least amount of stretch out there. But still we try to improve as good as possible from a sail-making perspective, and so we use a panel cut in the kite that also guarantees when the kite is loaded or the kite is getting older, that the profile is still very clean, neat, and in its shape that it's supposed to have.
Okay, and so you work here, you work also on the leading edge with bridle, and then we still have a light trailing edge, solid but light, that keep a kite who flies in really low wind.
Yeah. So the construction in our kites, and of course also in the RS, is kept very with premium materials like Teijin leading edge material, Teijin canopy, and as a reinforcement we use very tactical, strategical reinforcement placements, and there the processes we use are maybe a little bit more complex, actually more expensive to produce like this, but these are the best. This is the best way to do it. We have like on the trailing edge, we have like basically 3 types of reinforcements here. We come from the normal canopy, we go to a double canopy, we go to a very small stripe of dark one here that is then wrapped with an insignia on the trailing edge. Then we have certain shapes in there, some small EVA, some small different shapes, so to avoid any flutter, to avoid any premature aging of the kite.
Yeah, and we can fit it on the kite when you fly it. When you put the EVA a few years ago, it was really a huge change, and when you change small thing year after year, it improves the kite, and it gives a really better feeling on the kite. And let's talk a bit more of the bridle because it's something really important in a kite, and so you manage to develop year after year. But when you make an improvement on one kite, usually it helps you for the other kite. Always.
Absolutely, yeah. Some of these design parameters, they go through the whole range, and some of the parameters stay in one specific product. Depends what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and so since the V3, so it's been 5 years now, you bring the triple setup, which is, I think, really amazing for me, from my point of view. So maybe can you explain a bit what
it does?
Yeah, what it does.
So basically, I mean, we introduced this, as I say, some seasons ago, and this we have in all our ranges, also in the RS, of course. And what it does, actually, it changes the position of the toe point. So you have like the position where you connect your front line.
Yeah.
Okay. So by changing this setting, you move this position either to the wingtip or you move it to the center. Okay.
Yeah.
And this changes then the characteristics, how the kite flies.
Yeah.
And you can adjust it to your personal preference.
And so you manage to keep this triple setting on a bridle without pulley, which give always a good bar feeling.
You have a good bar feeling, direct bar feeling. So what the way how you control your bar, and the bar controls the kite.
Yeah, so it's perfect. So let's talk a bit more about the construction you have, the benefits you have, because you work hardly on the kite, but you make some good stuff that you keep. For example, the valve and the one pump, which work perfectly.
Yeah. We have a we have one pump system here with a quite big diameter. So then, when you deflate or inflate your kite, first of all, you don't have so much pressure, and when you deflate your kite, you quickly can deflate the air from the strut into the leading edge. Then we have we actually quite made some changes on this valve. We changed the material to ensure it lasts a long time. We also changed the membranes of this insert that keeps the air in there to make it a bit harder or better working in different type of weather conditions. So we also made some small improvements in this type of let's say raw materials, but features that we put into the kite.
And in each kite you have this type of construction in the strut, which is pretty good and give a lot of stability, right?
Yes, we have this type with a double webbing head reinforcement here in the strut, where the strut connects to the canopy. And we use this type of strut shape to ensure the stability and the profile support the structure.
And then about the seam also, you try to work a bit, but it looks small, but at least it makes a lot of stuff.
Yes, we are using our special seam construction here. It's called actually super seam, and we have an inside reinforcement and then a very specific way of stitching.
Okay.
This has to do with how the machine is programmed, and we work a lot with the factory to ensure that our kites are sewn in a very specific way to improve any failure.
Okay, but there's still all the benefits of aquadynamics, your partner, which make really good kites, and we are really happy to work with you since 8 years now. And so if you want to fly high, to fly a long time in the air, you have to ride the XS.
Absolutely.
And there is only one of us, find it at atterride.com. À très bientôt sur atterride.com.